Yara. Don't tell me you're in your room right now.
I'm at work. What's up?
Stop messing around. There's no way for you to be at work. The only thing you do as a jobless person is scroll through your phone and eat chips on the couch. Am I right?
I told you many times already that this is not the case. I do have a job. It's just that I work from home. I'm employed by a company whether you believe it or not. So right now, I'm still at work.
Fine, whatever. Anyways, my friends are coming over later. Do you mind leaving the house to us later?
Excuse me?
Nobody's at home today except for you and me. So I'm planning on having my friends over to our new house. But I can't do that if you won't leave. A lot of people are coming and we're having a party. I mean, we want to have some fun today. But if you're here, then we have to make sure to keep the volume down and all that. That's why I'm telling you to go somewhere for today.
What do you mean? I'm not sitting around and watching TV. I'm working. Please, you can have the first floor all to yourself. I'm upstairs. I'll try not to go downstairs so we won't be seeing each other's faces.
Still, I feel embarrassed if my friends ask me who's at home.
Just say it's me. What's so embarrassing about that? Tell them the truth by all means.
Well, it doesn't sound good to say that my husband's older sister, who's over 30 years old, still lives at home with her parents and younger brother. They'd all think I'm kidding. Also, I don't want to be looked down upon.
Nobody will look down upon you for something like that.
I mean, you told me that you're employed by a company, but to me, you're just a jobless bum. With that being said, how am I supposed to explain your existence to all of my friends?
Listen, I'm not obligated to leave the house to your friends whenever they're here. I won't mind doing so if it's the weekend, but today is a weekday and I have work to do. Plus, this is my house, so I don't think you have the right to tell me what to do.
You're really impossible to hold a conversation with. Here's the thing. Why are you even still here?
What are you talking about?
Living with your parents is already a handful for me. I can't believe that I also have to share the place with my husband's older sister. Why can't you just move out at this point? I mean, the only reason I said yes to living with your parents is because your mom is busy and almost never home. In other words, I could have had this house all to myself if only you weren't here.
Are you out of your mind or something? You know what? I don't have the leisure to fight with you at the moment. I'm busy with work. What's more, I will not leave my room no matter what. So if you want to have the house all to yourself, then invite your friends over later in the day when I'm done with everything, or you guys can hang out somewhere else.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Are you really not ashamed of yourself? Don't forget that you still leech off of your parents when you're already over 30 years old.
That's just rude. Tell you what, I am financially stable and pay for my family's daily expenses as well. So I don't see the problem with me living here. On the other hand, aren't you the one who's jobless, Hannah?
I'm a housewife. This is my job. Don't speak of me as if we're the same. Plus, you're nothing but a creepy spinster.
How do you have the audacity to call me that when you live at my place? Explain this to me right now.
I don't give a damn about whether this is your place or not. All I know is that I live here too, so it's also my place. Just know that you're an eyesore when I have friends over every time. I don't see how you can be so proud of being an unemployed nerd.
For the last time, I'm not an unemployed nerd. Really, what you just told me is pure nonsense. This property actually belongs to me. How else can I put it then?
You could have just moved out before being reminded to. Do you not have plans of marriage in the future? Or is it because no guy wants to even date you? Tell you what, I'm sick and tired of you lazing around the house all day. I mean, your negativity is literally contagious. The entire family will suffer if you don't get out.
Do you even have the slightest idea of what manners means? Let me ask you this. But shouldn't you be the one feeling ashamed of yourself? After all, you've been acting like a lunatic all this while, spitting nonsense.
Excuse me. I'm just demanding that my natural rights be respected. I deserve to live here because I married your younger brother, Sam. and this is his home. You're his older sister, so obviously I couldn't tell you to get out when I first married Sam.
But you know that my parents don't like you, right?
Still, they acknowledged me as their daughter-in-law. Plus, I'm the one who allowed you to live here in the first place. Although, I probably shouldn't have said yes back then because now you won't leave. You're seriously nothing but a parasite. I mean, didn't you say that you're employed by this company or something before?
I've told you more than 1,000 times that I am indeed employed by a company. The only thing different is that I work from home. In fact, this is a way of life that a lot of people have adopted recently.
To me, you're a geek who never goes out. Because all you do is play games or whatever on that computer of yours.
How am I supposed to get my work done, though, if I don't have my computer?
Whatever, I'm done with you. Stop making excuses for your laziness.
That's what I want to say to you as well. Seriously, I really need to concentrate on my work right now, so leave me alone.
I guess you really have absolutely no idea what a nuisance you are to everyone around you.
Pardon me?
Nobody wants you here. That's what it is. It's time to admit that you're nothing but a jobless nerd.
Pull your act together.
Get the hell out of here, you unemployed spinster! Stop troubling everyone in this household and get out as soon as you can.
Fine, I'll make your wish come true. Are you 100% positive that you won't regret your decision later on?
Of course! Everything will change for the better if you're not around anymore. I'm sure that this will put a smile on everyone's face.
Okay, I see. Let's do it then. I will move out just the way you wanted. I'm telling you right now, but there will be no turning back once I leave. Are you able to take responsibility for your action?
Am I able to take responsibility for my action? This is the funniest joke I've heard so far. Of course, yes. When was I ever not able to take responsibility for my action? I'm always prepared for the future. So shut up and scram, you freaking geek. Don't ever let me see you again. You're the disgrace of this family. You literally make my stomach churn. Hi, Yara. Are you free to talk for a second? I can wait until you finish with your work, you know. I just need to let you know something. I was just wondering if you could come back. I said some mean things the other day, and I hope that you won't mind.
Excuse me? I mean, it's only been a week and you've already changed your mind? What even happened? Don't tell me that you just had an internal awakening or something. Are you being serious right now? Is this a joke? You were the most confident human being I've ever seen on this entire planet when you told me that you will never regret your decision. I mean, would you come back if you were me? Do you remember how you treated me the other day? And now you tell me that you want me to come back.
Well, I never would have thought that things would turn out to be this way back then, though. I'm caught off guard right now.
What do you want from me? Keep it short and clear.
I'm really sorry for what I did. Please come back.
What do you mean? Don't you think it's a little too late?
Please accept my apology. I wasn't aware of the truth.
You mean how the house that you're living in right now is under my fiancé's name?
Yes. Your mom told me everything. I thought that this house's owner is Sam.
Of course not. You and Sam live here rent-free, so technically the two of you are not tenants, but you know what I mean. Sam is always on a business trip, so he told me that it would be a waste of money to purchase another house. That's why I agreed to let you stay here. As soon as Sam's back, you're supposed to move out.
Seriously? Is this really what Sam told you?
I can't believe you don't know anything. Because you could have just asked Sam. I mean, you don't even have a job, do you? So why can't you just go with him?
Well, that's because I have more friends here. Plus, I don't want to live in some back country.
All in all, I've been putting up with you as long as I can, remember? Do you understand the current situation at hand now?
I really didn't know, though. Anyways, can't you just come back, please? Your mom is blowing a fuse with me right now. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm assuming that you're still going to pay off the loan and other bills every month, right?
Of course not. What are you even thinking? I won't be back unless you leave. Obviously, I'm not going to be paying for anything if I don't even live there.
What? Are you kicking me out of this house?
Yes, I am. You shouldn't be surprised to hear this. I can no longer handle sharing the same house with you. I'm done. Do you even remember all the ugly names that you called me?
Yeah, I do. But I already apologized to you.
Just because you apologize doesn't mean that I'm obligated to forgive you. Weren't you the one who wanted me to get out so badly? Don't change your mind in just 1 week then, if that's really what you want. I'm dumbfounded at this point at how fast you regret your decision.
I feel really bad for what I did. It's just that I thought you were unemployed.
I don't care what you thought. I explained to you many times about my job, but all you did is laugh it off. Plus, even if I was unemployed, what makes you think that you can just walk all over me?
I got what you're trying to say, but...
But what? I'm telling you right now to get your act together already. You know what? I've had enough of you at this point. Again, I will not go back if you're still there. Am I clear? With that being said, you know what to do, right?
Where am I supposed to go, though?
Are you seriously asking me this question? I mean, of course you should go live with Sam. He's your husband, isn't he?
Still, I can't have as much fun over there. I have way more friends here. What's more, this home is newly built with 3 floors, a balcony, and a backyard. So I was planning on showing it off to my friends when I have them over.
I won't let someone as selfish as you live here for a second more. Not in a million years. Plus, my boyfriend is coming back to the US from his overseas post soon. We plan to live here together after that. With that being said, you need to move out before he's back. Also, you need to pay off the loan and all other bills during the time whilst I wasn't home. You know what to do, right?
What the heck? Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I had to stay at a hotel because of you. Plus, before you kicked me out, I was the one paying off everything, including utilities and the loan. In other words, you've been living in my house for free. But not only did you not show any signs of gratitude, you went so far as to kick me out. I actually find this really hilarious now that we're talking about it.
How can I afford all this, though? I don't have a job!
If you have the audacity to call me an unemployed nerd, then you should have also anticipated the possible consequences. I mean, how can you point fingers at me when I'm the homeowner? Did the thought of getting a job and covering a portion of your daily expenses never pop into your head once? After all, you do nothing but watch TV and scroll through social media every day. So you should also have the time to send in a resume to an employer or go through a job board. What's more, you use Sam's money to host parties and have fun outside. Even the food you eat is made by my parents. Keep in mind that you're an adult. You're not a 5-year-old little kid.
Come on! You don't have to throw a fit like that. I told you that I've realized my mistakes already. Do you not remember my apology?
Yeah, whatever. You need to get the hell out of here right now. I'll be asking Sam to pay for my hotel bill.
Seriously? Wait a second first. You can't do that. Sam will fly off the handle if he finds out what I did.
That's not my problem. Plus, you deserve it. It's called karma. Remember, treat others the way you want to be treated. I am a kind person who likes to care for my family. But I'm not a doormat you step all over either. I mean, I would fly off the handle too as your husband if I found out what you did. You know what? I might even just divorce you on the spot. After all, I don't want to be thousands of dollars in debt because of my wife.
I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. I'll do anything to make you give me a second chance. Trust me, but I never meant to hurt your feelings in the first place. I don't want to leave this house either. I can't have any more parties if I live in the countryside. This is so unfair. I want to have fun in a big city. Also, I'll help you with paying off the bills and all that. Are you happy now? I know that you're still holding a grudge against me, mainly because of money. $10 a month should be more than enough. Am I right? After all, I don't eat that much food or use that much water and electricity.
You've got to be kidding me. You literally have no common sense. $10 is what 1 or 2 meals cost. And I'm talking at the very least. You know what? Get out of my house today. I wasn't planning on going this far because you're my sister-in-law. But this time you've really crossed the line. That's all I have for you. Don't text or call me anymore because I'm blocking you. Too bad you can no longer have a good time here. But it's all your fault anyways. So goodbye. Letting you stay at my house has been the worst decision I've ever made in my life. But I won't repeat this mistake again. After that, Hannah and my parents managed to get in touch with Sam. My parents FaceTimed him and forced Hannah to admit what she did face to face with her husband. They told him what happened and kicked Hannah out of the house immediately. Although she apologized another 100 times or so, nobody was willing to give her a second chance. As for me, I was able to keep her away from me completely as I blocked her. I mean, life has gotten so much better without any toxic people around me. What's worse, Hannah didn't even get to pack all of her stuff before moving out because I only gave her 1 day. In the end, she had no choice but to live with Sam in the countryside where he works. You should have been there to see how she closed the door with tears welling up in her eyes. The thing is that Sam would not forgive her for what she did and told her that he will definitely not be paying for the trouble she caused. With that being said, Hannah had to find a job and work herself to pay off everything. At first, she tried to find excuses, but eventually gave up when Sam threatened a divorce. Anyways, she now lives in a crappy apartment and works from day to night. I heard that she works 10 hours a day and doesn't even get any weekends or holidays off. I guess she's finally realized how good her life was before, but it's too late, unfortunately. Nevertheless, I don't feel bad for her at all, as I believe that she's only getting a taste of her own medicine. Hi, Michelle, did you get an invitation to a school reunion? Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Funny time to be having a reunion, isn't it? And I thought Jack Gates was always in charge of organizing them. Yeah, he is. But this time there's no name on the invitation. Besides, Jack usually sends text messages to everyone to make sure there are enough people in town to make it worthwhile having. Yeah, you're right. This doesn't feel like Jack's doing. But the fact that we've both gotten them means whoever sent them knows where we live. True. What do you think? It sure is strange. We should ask around, see who else got them. Good idea. I'll do the same. Let me know if you find out anything, okay? Will do.
Hey, long time no see. Are you looking forward to the reunion? I can't wait. It's gonna be so good to see everyone again. You've got to be there. No excuses, okay?
Sorry, who is this? I'm assuming you're an old classmate, but I don't have your number in my phone.
Really? That sucks. It's Kath. Remember? I was always coughing and wheezing with hay fever and other allergies.
Ah, yeah, I suppose I remember.
After high school, I went through all kinds of special drug therapies to cure it.
So you're better now?
No, much worse. But that's beside the point. We used to be good friends, right?
How'd you get my number?
Come on now, Michelle. It's me. Of course I had your number.
When did I give it to you? I don't remember even talking to you in high school. Are you sure you've got the right Michelle? There were a couple of others. I remember there was Michelle Hitchens, but she was hit by a bus in our senior year. And Michelle, what was her name? Fitz something? Her family were members of that religious cult that moved to their own bunker complex in Montana. Sure it wasn't her you were after? Good luck to anyone trying to get her to come to a reunion. We all are filthy sinners, according to them.
No, it's you. We exchanged numbers at the last reunion, don't you remember? It wasn't even that long ago. But you are right, we didn't talk much in high school. But I always felt we were close. I felt we had the potential to be best friends forever.
Really? My memory's vague there. Strangely, I remember everything else pretty much like it was yesterday. Selective amnesia, perhaps?
Make sure you have the money ready. It'll make it easier if people aren't all rushing off to the ATM in the middle of the party.
What money? I haven't even said I'm going yet.
You know, venue rental, catering, that sort of thing. Unexpected costs, miscellaneous fees. These things all mount up. I'm covering it for now, but you guys will have to pay me back. Okay, so don't forget.
Hang on a second. We don't normally have a reunion at this time of year. Most people aren't in town anymore, so we usually get together around Christmas when people are back visiting family. Once every couple of years is about enough, I think. And anyways, Jack usually does all the organizing. His company does event planning, so we get the venue for free.
Every couple of years? You guys meet up that often?
Yeah, about that. Everyone has families and jobs, so we try and have a big one with as many people as can come about once every 2 years, I think.
Nobody told me.
Really? I guess Jack doesn't have a full list of classmates then.
It doesn't matter. Just make sure you come to this one, okay?
This is all really weird. Why are we suddenly having an out-of-season reunion? I bet most people won't be able to come. Did you plan it all by yourself?
What's so weird? I wanted to catch up with everyone, so I decided to organize it for you all. What's the problem? You shouldn't be getting weirded out. You should be thanking me for going out of my way to plan this. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have the chance to get together.
Like I said, at this time of year, there's nobody in town. Hardly even that many in the state. So what's the occasion?
What do you mean? It's a reunion.
It's just strange. So out of the blue like this. You've never come to any of the reunions in the past. Were you even interested?
You guys didn't invite me.
So now you're suddenly interested in organizing one all by yourself. It just feels strange.
It just dawned on me one day, you know, the importance of friends. And who better to understand you than the guys you grew up with? What's wrong with a bit of nostalgia? I realized we all need to keep in touch. So I've organized this gathering.
We all. So you've invited the whole class? The whole grade?
Well, a few people have changed their addresses. Some aren't even living in the US anymore. But most of the invitations were delivered. No one is allowed to make excuses for not coming, so I think there will be a great turnout.
No excuses for not being there sounds a little pushy, don't you think? Jack usually sends out information in September to get an idea of how many of us can make it. Some people will definitely not be in town, Kath. Even if they want to, they won't be able to just drop everything.
What people have to do to be there has nothing to do with me. I'm just saying attendance is mandatory.
Good luck with that. I'll go if I can. I'm not sure yet.
But you'll come, right?
Maybe. I'm not making any promises until you tell me why you're doing this all of a sudden.
Why? What do you mean? It's a reunion? I want to see everyone, so I'm organizing it. That's about it. Do I need a reason other than that? And what do you mean you're not promising to be there? How many times do I have to tell you attendance is mandatory? No excuses, okay? Got it?
Yeah, that's the strange part. I don't like being forced to do anything. I said I'll be there if I can. How many times do I have to tell you? People are busy with their own lives. You can't just announce a reunion suddenly and demand attendance. Even in this town, there are people who won't be able to make it at such short notice. Remember Jerome Patterson? He's a paramedic, and I know he's usually on a 24 hours on, 24 hours off schedule. And throughout the year, there are a number of people who have irregular schedules. Just off the top of my head, there's late-night TV hosts, 2 ICU nurses, 3 long-haul truck drivers.
Oh, I'd forgotten about Jerome, thanks. He was away the day the class photo in the yearbook was taken.
Ah. Well, nice talking to you, Kath. I'll be there if I can, okay? It would seem that it's Kath who's organizing this. She WhatsApped me directly. Who? I don't remember anyone called Kath. Yeah, you remember Kath. I forgot her surname. She was always pretty rude to everyone and thought very highly of herself. Nah, it's not ringing any bells. You remember, come on. Kath? She had horrific allergies and was always wheezing and coughing, a little overweight. Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember. I didn't know you guys were so close. Hey, you got an invitation too. Yeah, she seems to think we were great friends at school. I don't even remember talking to her. In fact, I do remember doing all I could to not be her partner in biology class. So, she knew how to contact you. Yeah, that's the strange thing. I don't remember ever giving her my number. She says we exchanged information at the last reunion. Well, it's possible. You guys were all totally steamed. I don't drink, so I was stone cold sober. I don't remember seeing her there, though. Yeah, right? And then she says she's never been invited by Jack to any of her regular meetups. Something's just not right. Don't you get a real creepy vibe about this? Yeah, she freaked me out. How did she know where to send the invite? I've only just moved into this place, and before that I lived in Oregon for 3 years. I know, it's totally creepy. And she goes out of her way to organize a reunion when most people aren't even in town. Yeah, and she basically ordered me to be there. Ordered? Yeah, attendance is mandatory, apparently. Basically hinted that there would be consequences for not showing up. Wow. She hasn't changed. Just as self-absorbed as she ever was. Yeah, it's written in bold red letters, mandatory. Where does she get off ordering us around? Have you ever heard of a mandatory reunion? So are you gonna go? You have to admit it's kind of intriguing. Don't you want to see what she's planned? Even a little bit. Yeah, I guess. She seemed dead serious about people coming. Like she might lose the plot if we don't all go. Yeah, maybe. But I'm thinking I might just stay away just in case. What if she's turned into a full-blown psycho? I doubt I'll go. My husband thinks it sounds really dodgy, too. Besides, I can always say I couldn't find a sitter. Heath works most nights. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. It smells fishy. Like she's planning something to get back at us for ignoring her most of high school. Yeah, right. But if I say I'm not going, she'll never let up. So, you'll go? I guess. I have to admit, I'm just ever so slightly interested in what she's planning. Well, you sure do have a strong sense of right and wrong. I respect that. But not enough to tag along with you. Hey, is that the influence of your husband? That sense of justice? That might be part of it, yeah, I guess. I'll ask him what he thinks and see if he can have a look into it. See if we're missing anything. It just feels really weird. Good idea. I'll ask around a bit more, too. I wonder if she sent invites to everyone or just a select bunch she wants to make suffer. Poison the punch bowl, and then you wake up in a bath of ice with a kidney missing. Stop it! You're making it way worse. She wasn't ever dangerous, just selfish and annoying. All these years of stewing over how you didn't talk to her has probably driven her to think up a master plan of revenge. Yeah. You're too scared to even go, so stop trying to freak me out. It'll be fine, I hope. Okay, I'm telling her I'm not going. If I go missing, you'll know who to investigate first. Thanks, Tish. Let's try and figure out what she's up to.
Hi, Michelle. You're coming tomorrow, right? Of course. If you cancel now, I'll still have to invoice you.
Are you pressuring everyone into coming the same way? I bet you got some angry blowback. You really want everyone to get together. Why the urgency?
Of course! I want to see everyone, so I figured why not do it sooner rather than later? And as I'm organizing it, I'm allowed to make the rules. And I decided that everyone invited that doesn't come will still have to pay for their fair share.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good to see everyone.
You better be coming. And don't forget to bring some money. I don't want to have to be chasing everyone for months to come.
Right, gotcha. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure everyone is excited about it.
Where are you? Answer the phone, will ya? Why aren't you here?
Oh, sorry, I can't make it after all.
Why not? Nobody has shown up at all. Not one of the people I invited.
Your invitation was too pushy, too dodgy. I guess everyone felt it was best to stay away. I mean, you put attendance is mandatory in big bold letters. It was pretty threatening. Plus, it was such short notice.
What? What do you mean? I told you couldn't make excuses. You have to be here.
Kath, I know what you are up to.
What do you mean, what I'm up to? I'm up to organizing a great night of nostalgia with classmates.
No, you're deep into pyramid selling, right? God knows how you got your hands on it, but you went through last year's list of people who attended our reunion and invited everyone, right? You were planning on getting everyone to buy whatever crap you're selling. That was the plan, right?
What a load of garbage. Why would you make such wild accusations? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
It's no use playing dumb. Do you think you can just lie your way out of it? You plan to get people to buy your products. That's why you insisted we bring cash. Did you think anyone would fall for it?
What do you mean?
Well, your invitation set alarm bells ringing for more people than just me.
All I did was send an invitation. What's wrong with that?
So, you're telling me you had no plans to flog your products to unsuspecting former classmates. Can you really say that?
I'm not involved in any pyramid selling scheme. I just want to see everyone from the good old days of high school. I was just going to recommend a few top quality things, that's all. Nothing nefarious.
No, I know exactly how these things work. You buy in bulk and then try and convince other people to buy it and sell it on. All the while, your new members pay a cut of profits to you. They're forced to find buyers who then start selling for them. That's what you were trying to do. Just admit it.
No, that's not at all what I was trying to do. I'm innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not selling any old rubbish. These products are the best you can buy. You won't find them in the shops.
Yeah. You have to give some of your sale profits upwards to the person who signed you up, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you making such allegations anyway? What are you, the FBI? I didn't say anything about tonight other than that it was a reunion.
Your invitation just didn't feel right, and then you started texting me. It just felt wrong. I mean, we hardly spoke more than a few words for the whole of high school, and then suddenly you want to see everyone? I'm not the only one who thought it best to stay away. At first, I imagined a lot worse.
What do you mean?
Nothing, but it all smelled so fishy that I had my husband look into it.
Why would you do that? What's he got to do with it? You didn't have to get anyone else involved.
My husband does work for the FBI, so you were in the right ballpark.
What?
Yep, and it just so happens he's been on the fraud task force for the last few years. They track and monitor fraudsters and charlatans. Snake oil, plastic containers, magic stain removers, you name it. People are finding ways to scam others into giving up their hard-earned cash.
Fraud? Well, that's not a word you can use to describe what I'm doing. I recommend things, that's all. Your husband must have mixed me up with someone else.
You reckon?
Yes, of course. We only recommend the finest products. Made in the USA by hardworking Americans. Absolute backbones of society. Where is the fraud in that?
So, relabeling tap water as high-quality miracle water is all above board? Changing the labels of cheap cosmetics and selling them as designer brands is all fine as far as you're concerned? None of that constitutes fraud?
We aren't doing that kind of thing.
So you're not selling water or cosmetics then?
We have real miracle water, verified by our team of scientists, bottled at the holy spring at the foot of the Himalayas. And the cream we sell is not only the highest quality, it's got celebrity endorsements.
Who?
None other than Fanny McGinty.
Never heard of her.
Well, she was big in the 40s.
There you go. You've just spewed the crap I'm assuming you've been told by your superior. Whether you're actually dumb enough to believe it, I don't know. But what you're doing is defrauding people.
What is? What are you talking about?
Exactly that. It's the definition of fraud. You just haven't worked it out yet, or so you claim. You were going to try and rip off me and the other former classmates by trying to get us to buy that total rubbish. You should have been aware of that. At least do a bit of research yourself.
So, you're saying the whole group I work with are fraudsters? That's just not possible. My garage at home is full of miracle water I bought at a huge discount. I was going to sell it to you guys at just a fraction of a profit. It's really, really good stuff. I drink it every day and I feel great.
So you're telling me you believe it? You're just another victim of this scam group. I thought you were trying to scam us. You can honestly say you didn't know it was all part of an organization that does this on a massive scale. You didn't know you were a pawn in this. You just said your garage was full of their products. They're using you like they want you to use us. That's how a pyramid scheme works.
I haven't been tricked at all. I'm very high up in the sales team.
But your garage is full of miracle tap water. That's how these groups operate. They prey on innocent people like you. They make you feel like you're one of the most important members. All the while, you're buying their fake products and selling them on to other victims. But you need to get out. You're complicit in this and can be charged for the same crimes as your boss is. I don't think you'll get away with pleading innocence in court. From the prosecutor's point of view, you've organized this reunion for the purpose of selling your fake products.
Oh no.
How many other such events have you organized? By association, you're part of the group. You'll go down with them.
I didn't mean for it to happen this way. I just wanted to see everyone.
And sell them your miracle products.
All the people I work with are lovely, and the products are good. I've read the clinical reports from the labs. I'm only trying to share this great thing with more people.
So whose idea was it to demand people come and bring cash?
The plan was given to me by one of my superiors. They were so kind, always looking out for me.
Jesus, Kath, wake up. You're being played by these criminals. It happens all the time. They've gained your trust and made you feel like you're one of them.
Wake up? What do you mean?
You are being played by these criminals. It happens all the time. They've gained your trust and make you feel like you're one of them. Whether you believe me or them is of little consequence to me. I'm just glad I looked into it and was able to warn everyone.
What you did was horrible! I was really looking forward to seeing everyone.
Even if some of us did show up, I doubt anyone would buy such shady-looking things.
Shady?
Yes. You are the only one who can't see it. You're being manipulated by a highly organized gang of crooks.
So, it really is a scam?
Why don't you tell them one of your former classmates has called the police? See what happens.
I just did. They're all packing up and leaving. It's like they've done this before. They're clearing the site of everything with military precision.
See, they know what to do in an emergency situation.
So what does this mean?
Exactly what I've been saying. I can't make it any clearer. You'll need to decide what to do on your own. But Kath, the feds are on to them. You need to get yourself as far away from them as possible. You should go and talk to the police before they come and talk to you. It'll look better. Good luck. Just as Kath's sales team was fleeing the scene, a number of police cars surrounded the building. They were all arrested, including Kath. She tried to plead ignorance, but her team turned on her and said it was all her idea and she'd organized the whole thing. The venue and catering were all hired in her name, so the evidence was against her. She was convicted as the leader of the wider group and sent to prison. Either she was the leader and was lying the whole time, or she was too self-absorbed to realize she was being scammed. Either way, she won't be getting out of prison anytime